Okay, it's been a couple of days since I did a vlog update, and I was going to do a podcast this afternoon. I don't have time. I will tomorrow, will Tuesday, will Wednesday, will Thursday, because that's basically my job. But it is 2:18 in the afternoon on March 21st, 2021. To Madison Clack. If you did subscribe, welcome aboard. If you didn't, there's some guy named Anthony that subscribed. If that is your account, well, welcome aboard. I'm kind of boring for the most part. My two fellow triplets up there are much more interesting than I am. So what's the fat boy doing today? Well, after this vlog and after I get it uploaded, or while it's uploading, I'm going to be running by the bank to see what my balance is, and I'm going to be trying to find they have these little newspapers like Bargain Post or whatever. I'm going to see if I can find one to look and see if I can find a cheap riding mower. There are some on Marketplace on Facebook, but man, I'm not driving 3.5 hours to pick up a $500 riding mower. I'm not that desperate. I've got livestock I can turn loose on the 2 acres that our house is actually sitting on. Just let them go from their paddock into the inner yard, eat the grass down if I have to. The reason I don't like doing that, though, is they come up on the porch. They lay on Linda's, she's got a little love seat, wicker love seat, and she bought it at a yard sale, has some nice cushions on it, and I don't like having goat poop all over the porch. It's bad enough she's got these pet birds. They're not really pets, they won't let you touch them. But when we first had this place, our home moved in here, we bought basically a bisectional military office building and turned it into a 6-bedroom, 2-bath house. And when we did that, there was a security light on the front of it that when the sunlight hit it, it would turn it on. Didn't have a switch to operate it, and the one we've got on there now doesn't have a switch to operate it. I replaced it with a similar light, but these little birds showed up and they built a nest on top of that light, and they've been having babies here ever since. It's been 7 years. My nickname for my wife is Ellie Mae Clampett because she is a critter lady. It's one of the things that I find cute about her. Fish, birds, goats, sheep, cows, horses, chickens, ducks, squirrels, you know, and I do take a .22 rifle and shoot squirrels on here in the inner yard because they get up in the attic and they chew hell out of the wiring. And that's hard on a fat old man like me to try to fix that stuff. What else is going on? Well, I went down to Orscheln's, Linda and I did today, and bought some 10-gauge wiring to wire the inverter back into the hot rod, the Expedition. Now I've got another inverter I'm going to use in her Navigator, but it's just the type that we'll just plug it in a cigarette lighter. The only reason for that is I'm also going to be looking for a Wi-Fi hotspot that you don't have to sign a monthly contract for. You just pay as you go. It'll tell you when, and they make them. Probably the best Wi-Fi hotspot, mobile hotspot, is Verizon. I had a a technician from Arbuckle Communications tell me that. And he's a good guy and he's honest. But you won't get reception on a Verizon wireless hotspot here. But I'm not buying it for here. I'm buying it to take on the road with us. A prime example is you take a laptop with you and you've got a hotspot, then you can go online and find out, like if we're in Ada, Oklahoma, and I've got a laptop or I've got the tablet I'll loan my son Bench with us, and we're on a hotspot, and I see something that I can purchase, and I'm over there, then it gets me in that area, and we can look and see if we can find it, or I can call the guy, instead of having to drive all the way from here over there. It's like we found a Cub Cadet zero-turn riding mower, but it's in Perkins, Oklahoma, which is 3.5 hours from here, and I'm not taking that much time. There's got to be a riding mower somewhere. We've got one, but man, it was broke down when I bought it. I'm kind of a tightwad, and we're going to just take the deck and the belts and all that off of it and just make it for something to drag around the kids around the yard, you know, for fun or whatever. But it's going to quit being an actual mower. Nick has welded on that thing, pieced stuff together, everything you could imagine to keep it running, and it's old and it's beat up, and I'm just not interested in messing with it anymore. This actually got an attachment on the back to run a brush hog off of it, but don't want to do that either. But that's pretty much the vlog for today. Mom and John, I hope you're doing okay. I did go to the doctor, Mom, and I may have skin cancer up here, and I may have to have another stent put in, but she didn't think so, and she thinks that my problem is I might have an inner ear infection, but she didn't prescribe me any antibiotics. And if I've got an inner ear infection, it's going to be bacterial. I know enough and have enough stuff ready at hand to kill that out, and that's what I'll do. What happens is when I lay down on my left side, the room spins, I get queasy, nauseous, feel like throwing up, sometimes I pass out. And normally I sleep on my left side, you know. I've been having to sleep on my right side. I can't sleep on my back. I can't go in the den and sit in a recliner and sleep. I'm not going through that again. When we first moved on to this place, at our old place in Darty, I had stepped on something and actually bounced when I hit the ground. I hit so hard. And what it did, it snapped my left clavicle in half, and when I went in to get it repaired, they waited 4 months before they got me in to do surgery. They had to put a plate and 3 screws to put my shoulder blade back together, and that's still in there. It knitted, I guess, but I hit the ground real hard. And one of the guys with me, he's a friend that's no longer a friend. We had a little bit of a falling out. Basically threatened to kill my best friend Jerry over some stupid crap. But he said it looked like somebody reached up out of the ground and tripped me. There was nothing there that I tripped on. We looked. Did that happen? I don't know. All I know is I fell. I got hurt. My shoulder wouldn't work for 4 months before they got in there, and then another 6 weeks after that to heal up. So basically 5.5 months, my left shoulder was screwed up. And it still hurts sometimes. My wife, about every other night now, puts some of this stuff on my back and neck because I've had so many injuries in them, and that's how I go ahead and function. I just put some of that on my left hand, and that's pretty much what's going on. Mom and John, I love you. Michael, Paul, I love you. My buddy Chris, I love you. My buddy Monty, I love you. And my new subscriber, Madison, if you did subscribe, I love you. I love everybody that watches this vlog. It's just a personal vlog for friends and family. That's what it is. I don't really discuss Bigfoot on here or space aliens. The only space aliens I discuss are those two knotheads sitting on a shelf behind me. And don't discuss ghosts. I just discuss things that are going on with me. I'm really kind of boring. On my radio show on Spreaker.com, soon to be back with Blogspot, I hope. I'm working on that too. I get a little more radical. I'm a very right-wing Christian conservative. Just going to warn you up front. I'm not liberal in the least. I absolutely firmly believe right's right and wrong's wrong. And trust me, I do plenty wrong in life. Folks, that's it for today. I'm going to kill this camera, put it into overdrive, then I got to go by the bank and I got to go cruise and see if I can find a riding mower. Well, that's it. And like the sign says right there, thumb and way, do yourself and everyone else a favor and be kind. Later, my taters.